It was a perfect night for Barcelona. The right opponent, the right moment, and a team that finally looked sharp again. Valencia had no chance. Another heavy defeat, and for the first time in weeks, Flick's Barcelona looked ruthless. The reaction didn't come out of nowhere. That draw against Rayo Vallecano left Flick furious. He set it straight, the players felt it, and during the break they had to reset. When the bat showed up, the response was clear. Go hard for the first minute, keep the pressure, and finish the job. We were focused from the beginning and played with great intensity. The starting 11 and the substitutes gave their maximum. This is exactly the football we want to see, said Hansi Flick after the match. The team acted as a single whole. We showed that we can play as a team even without key players. Now preparation for Newcastle United. Carlos Corberan's team was swept away by Barca's counter-pressing, and it wasn't only Flick's motivation at work. Another key factor was Marc Casadó. Playing in the center, he fought for every ball. Every attempt Valencia made to break out on the counter was cut off, either by him or by the defense, where Eric Garcia and Cubarsí controlled the backline. That midfield trio, Casadó, Pedri, and Fermín López, looked insane. It had everything: creativity, pressing, control, and aggression. The kind of balance that makes you think, yes, this is the lineup to take for Newcastle. The dominance was clear in the numbers from the first half. Possession 74% to 26%, passes 357 to 118, shots 11 to 0, XG 0.98 to 0, score 1-0. And the best part, Barcelona didn't stop. Not like against Mallorca, they kept going until the end no matter the score. Even after the 66th minute, when it was already 4-0, the intensity stayed the same. If referee Guillermo Cuadra had added 5 minutes instead of 2, there probably would have been a 7th goal. That's how charged the team was. Now a bit about individuals. Fermín López finally lit up this season. After all those Chelsea rumors, he needed a night like this. 2 goals, 2 chances created, and a presence everywhere on the pitch. It was the performance that reminded everyone why Dani Olmo should be looking over his shoulder when it comes to a starting spot. Marc is back after a year without football, and straight away with an assist. I guess that deserves your like. The stands gave him all their support before he even stepped on the pitch, and he repaid it with a perfect pass to Lewandowski. An emotional moment and a reminder of what La Masia produces. Raphinha, a difficult start to the season, a difficult trip to the Brazilian national team, and he even lost his spot in the starting lineup to Rooney Bardghji after showing up late to the warm-up. But then, bang! 4 shots, 2 goals, almost a hat-trick. That's the Raphinha Barcelona needs. Sharp, angry in the right way, and hungry for goals. Robert Lewandowski. Finally, his first goals of the season. In the last 5 months, this is only the 2nd match he scored in. But against Valencia, his finish looked clean again. The health issues seem to be behind him, and Barcelona still needs that version of Robert, no matter how well Ferran Torres is playing. No player created more chances than Marcus Rashford yesterday. 3 in total. It wasn't all perfect, but you could see it. He's starting to read Flick's system better and better. His assist to Raphinha is very precise work. At 1-0, it was a key moment. For Rashford, this was the best performance yet in a Barca shirt. But the heart of the game was Pedri. With the captain's armband on, he led the team into the total domination. Not just by shouting or pointing, but the football itself. Quick turns, perfect passes, relentless pressing. When the ball was at his feet, everything moved faster. I felt like his vision was a step ahead of everyone else's. And at the stadium named after Johan Cruyff, Pedri honored the legend's memory the best way possible, with football that was elegant, beautiful, and effective all at once. After the final whistle, he summed it up in a few simple words on social media. It's an honor to be captain again, and to honor Cruyff's memory with this big victory. Great job, team. With Lamine Yamal, Gavi, and Frenkie de Jong all missing, the team needed a leader, and Pedri stepped into that role. He started all 4 league matches and already has a goal. Against Valencia, he was once again the engine. 93 accurate passes, 29 of them in the final third, plus 9 recoveries, 2 dribbles, and 2 chances created. Another great performance. Want to dive into the full stats of every player from Fermín López to Marc? Download the Barcelona Live app and explore all the numbers behind this spectacular win. And then the setting itself. Barcelona played a league match at the tiny Johan Cruyff Stadium, just 6,000 seats. The people lucky enough to get inside watched the 6-0 thrashing of Valencia right in front of them. The atmosphere was magical. Fans were so close they could almost touch the players, leaving every second. Valencia supporters tried to shout back, but every goal silenced them more and more. In the dressing room, it was pure euphoria. Flick hugged everyone, and at the press conference, he finally looked happy. No talk about Raphinha's punishment, no digs at the Federation or Luis Del Fuente over Lamine's injury. Just the coach letting the team and you enjoy the moment. I liked everything. The atmosphere, the attitude, the level of the substitute. This victory gives confidence. It's only the first of 7 games this month, but we started well. For the first time in a while, it felt like the old Flick was back. And honestly, finally. Carlos Corberan's plan for this match was simple and timid. 5 defenders, 4 midfielders, maximum defense, minimum life. But from the very first minute, something was off with Valencia. They lasted only half an hour. In the 29th minute, Fermín opened the score. If not for Ferran Torres' awful finishing, it would have been 3-0 by halftime. It just wasn't his night. Then came the second half. Barcelona hit the gas, full speed ahead. Raphinha came off the bench and very quickly scored after that same assist from Marcus. A moment later, Fermín scored probably the goal of the round, and then Valencia's defense just collapsed. Raphinha's brace and Lewandowski's killer double. The poll once again reminded what Ferran lacks, the cold instinct of a striker. And the numbers tell the rest. Valencia had 0 shots in the first half, only 2 in the second. Barcelona had 24. 24-2. Flick's team ran wild and the scoreboard said it all. 6-0, final score. And now the main takeaway from this match. The same thought kept circling in my head the whole time. If Hansi Flick wanted his words after the Rayo Vallecano draw to spark an immediate reaction in the dressing room, then he got exactly that. During the break, he asked his players to reflect, to reset, and it clearly paid off. On the pitch, the response was perfect. Barcelona came out angry, charged, hungry for goals. All that build-up frustration turned into energy, and Valencia were the victims. This was Flick's Barcelona at their sharpest, their best game of the season so far. And with such great feelings, Barcelona will go to their Champions League debut this Thursday against Newcastle. A tough away match for Flick's team, which wants to start the tournament confidently after last year's semi-final. Maybe Lamine Yamal and Frenkie will be back, but even if not, the others showed yesterday. They are ready for the challenge. And Flick is finally happy and smiling. This was Moxie Barca in a mini stadium, non-stop pressing, and a lineup clearly built with Newcastle in mind. And we all saw it. It clicked. Maximum intensity from the first to the last minute, 6 goals on the board, and Valencia didn't take a single shot until the 17th minute. That's how dominant Barcelona were. At the Johan Cruyff Stadium, the team looked fresh, direct, and insanely intense. Exactly what was needed after the international break and all the noise around the club. Flick asked for top-level football, and he got it. So the results. No injuries, the spirit is high, and the team looks like it's in a berserk mode. Next comes Newcastle, a very different test, the hardest away match of the group stage, full of aerial duels and battles. So there's no room to relax. But for now, congratulations! For the first time this season, it truly felt like Barcelona football. Thank you for watching. See you soon.